What's going on, family? Listen, I wanted to jump in real quick and just drop this thought for you as I was preparing for dinner tonight. This sense of really urgency, actually, really kept coming on me regarding regarding you, and so I wanted to share this word with you. Now, listen, um, I'm not going to be long, so if you can jump on, just jump on for a few moments and then you can go back to doing what you got to do. But I wanted to share this thought with you. I'm going to address why people quit too soon. Let me say it again. I'm going to talk about why people quit too soon, why they give up before their breakthrough, why they throw in the towel, why they walk away, why they turn over in their bed when they know they should get up to address their life. And so I want to address that with you just for a few moments. I know this wasn't a scheduled broadcast, and I recognize people got things they're doing, they're eating dinner, but I could not wait any longer to get this thought across to you. Do you find yourself in a situation in which you're ready to throw up your hands and walk away? That could be a relationship. It could be a business. It could be some personal goal that you have regarding your health, your fitness. It could be quitting school or giving up, trying to get that degree or advanced degree so that you can be more marketable in the future, as one says. It could be a number of reasons, a number of goals. So my question to you is, are you in a situation where you feel it'd be a little easier to quit than to keep on keeping on? If that's you, I want you to type in the chat, that's me. Just type in the chat, that's me. But I'll also add to that, quite honestly, you may not be there now, but there may come a time in your life where you want to listen. I'm going to quit and go do something else. I'm going to stop. So I want to talk about the 3 reasons why most people quit too soon and the solution. Now, I've lived a little bit and I've experienced a little bit, and I'm sure you have also. But my heart is a bit heavy when I think about the times when I gave up, when I quit, when I stopped believing, I stopped dreaming, I stopped pushing, I stopped trying to do a certain thing. And it wasn't because God said stop. It happened because I got too discouraged. I got too frustrated. I didn't have some of the light, L-I-G-H-T, the light I needed to continue. And so I said, I give up. But in retrospect, had I gotten some other information, and more importantly, had I did this one thing I'm going to share with you tonight, I wouldn't have quit. Or if I did stop, it would have been on my own terms because I no longer wanted to go in a particular direction versus letting the situation dictate to me that give up, you can't, you're not good enough, you're not strong enough, you're not smart enough, you're not good looking enough, you're whatever, right? And so I think I'm talking to some folks tonight, but I want you to understand that there are 3 main reasons. The first reason is this: a person doesn't know why they need to keep going. Your why, your WHY. Your why is the chief, most important reason for not quitting. What's your why? And the number one reason people don't, or one of the reasons why people quit too soon, is they don't know their why. They just don't know. They don't know why they need to keep going. They've forgotten the reason why they started in the first place. They lost a sense of urgency because their WHY was missing. They don't know their why. The second reason why individuals quit too soon is they lose focus on their why or of their why. All of a sudden, they've got other competing things in their life and they're distracted. And so they lose focus on the real reason why they were doing the thing in the first place. Only to find, as life goes on, they should have stayed with it just a little bit longer. Right? So number one is they don't know their why. Number two, they lose focus of their why. Those two things alone really can, if a person can adjust that, know their why, and stay focused on their why, they can actually accomplish and make progress and accomplish where they're really headed. Before I give you the third one, I want to tell a little story, a personal story that I think might help a bit. One of the things I experienced over the last several years was being supportive of my parents, my mother and my late father. And that was always something that was important to me, a joy. I wouldn't change not 1 second of it, and will continue to be supportive of my mother, who just turned 85. But the thing that bothered me during those 3.5 years of putting in more time and effort was that I wasn't in the financial position I had hoped to be, to be able to be more of a blessing to them and to be able to be more supportive of them. And that bothered me tremendously. Even to this day, as I share this with you, it still bothers me that I wasn't set up the way I needed to be. Now, why not? Why was not I set up? Why? Because one of my stated objectives, one of my whys, was to be in a financial position to care for my family, the generation ahead of me, my generation, and the generation coming behind me. And I lost focus as to how do I prepare myself financially? How do I set myself up so I can set everybody else up? Now, I was distracted by, for the most part, life itself. But I was also distracted because of different setbacks and different challenging moments and dumb decisions I made and different reasons, but those things caused me to lose focus of why I was building a business in the first place, right? And so before I share this third reason why most people quit, I wanted you to hear that, and I've got many other stories regarding that, but that was a real challenge. and still remains a challenge. But when I focus on, listen, one of the reasons why I need to maximize the gifting that God has given me to 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 create wealth is so I can set my family up and others financially to be a blessing. And so the first reason, as I mentioned, is folks don't know their why. The second reason is people lose focus of their why. And the third reason is they forget their why. How can you forget your why? Oh, yes, you can, easily by being distracted. But really, that third one is more than forgetting your why. It's not having a big enough why. In other words, the reason why most people quit is their reason for not quitting isn't compelling enough. It's not strong enough. They lose focus of that thing that says, man, I can't listen. I've got to do whatever I've got to do because this thing is so important to me that I can't quit. I'd rather fail in my faith attempt than succeed in my fear. You might want to write that down. I'd rather fail in my faith attempt, my attempt to do this thing, than to succeed in my fear. And many of us, if we don't know our why or lose focus of our why, the third thing is the reality is we've forgotten our why, and our why wasn't big enough. Maybe there's 4 reasons. Our why wasn't big enough. See, your why can't be, well, the reason why, I go to work every day is to pay my bills. It's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. It's deeper than I didn't pay my bills. Right? I need to pay my bills, therefore I'm going to go to work. Oh, that's a little bit of a reason, but at some point you'll figure out how to kind of pay your bills or minimize your bills so you don't have to go to work or do such an excellent job or fight through the difficulties at work because the bill thing isn't such a big deal any longer, right? So I would encourage you, this is the solution to the matter. I would encourage you to take time to discover what your why is, the non-negotiable thing in your life that says, I must do what I must do because of this thing, right? One of the things I experienced many years ago, it's almost 15, 16 years ago, is going through a very challenging time. And I made up my mind by looking at my daughters one morning. I said, I've got to show them how to come back from a setback, how to get back up when you got knocked down or laid down or fell down. Right? How do we come back from that? And so they became my why. Not just the fact that they're existing and they're beautiful and they're intelligent and they're accomplishing that's good. I wanted to be able to leave them with something so that they will know how to come back from setbacks in life. That was a why. So my question to you is, what's your why? You want to quit right now. You want to give up. You want to roll over. You want to say, I give up. I'm going to walk away. You want to do that? I'll tell you why you're willing to do that. You've lost sight of the bigger picture. You've lost sight of the why. You've lost sight of what happens when you do not follow through on your why. You've lost sight of the ramifications that happen when you quit too soon. I just want to share that with you. Please hit your share button, your like button, move this video along so the other people can get a hold of it and be encouraged. If you get a why, everyone has them, by the way. If you understand your why and your why is large enough and you stay focused on that, you can run through things, get over things, get past things. You can overcome things that otherwise would have caused you to forget. People only quit when they lose sight of their why, or their why isn't large enough. But you got reasons. Your why is large enough. You just don't know what it is right now. But check that out. All right. Listen, I'm Dr. Jeff Williams, and I am so glad you tuned into this. Please share this video with other people. I think it'll be helpful to them. I know the idea, the revelation of the why has been important to me as well. Have a great rest of today. Bye now.